How many of you watch Love It or List It, right? It's the same thing. It's everyone is thinking, oh my gosh, I have to work from home now. Maybe we'll have to repair this or do that. No, maybe with a little CMA in their hand, they might actually see that it is time to go on. It is time to move up, over, sideways, whatever I love that. Do the annual property check-ins, call them up and say, would you like a copy of this report? Now they have to respond to you. Don't give it, ask them for a response. It's quid pro quo here, right? And if you just let me know, I'll set up a 10-minute call. It's super easy. And then just before the call, I'll send it over. And I want to just point out a couple of cool things with you. And if you could move them to a Zoom, they get to see your smiling faces. They get to see how enthusiastic you are. So it's not just a little birdie in there. I love the annual property check-in. And I think that that is something that should never be automated. It should I wouldn't want my annual physical automated, my doctor. Now, here's the thing. Even if this is even better than just the last 1 or 2 years. How about the people from 5, 6, 7 years ago that might have just been relying on a weird algorithm or something online to tell them what it's worth? I think back to my days way long ago, and I don't want to go too historical here, but when I sold for Sears and I sold maintenance agreements, we used to have these really old lists of people who hadn't bought basically a warranty in 10 years. And I was like, give them to me because their stuff's starting to fall apart now. Now is the time to get them warranted. So how about those people in your Rolodex from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago? And by the way, how about just those people from MLS sales from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago? Here's why. Many of those realtors have exited the business. No one's taking care of those people. No one's helping them. Their realtors have long since, headed to the beach. There's a lot of sales in the last 4 or 5 years that if you said, would you like to know what it's worth today in today's competitive market? Basically, you're doing the human version of the Zestimate, okay? The human version of the Zestimate is where the fun is, right? Don't just say, oh, type it in on this website, and let me tell you the ins and outs. Let me tell you what's really happening. So I love that. All right, these are all good ideas.